Hi guys. I had to move my vlog videos off to a new channel, so where you're seeing this now is in my new channel, Stimpy77 Vlog. My old channel is Mr. Stimpy77, which is still there. This is honestly where YouTube friends are welcome to be friends. But I had to go ahead and move the channel to post this entry, and I needed to talk deeply. I have been going through some really painful physiological pain, just physiological depression. And this is not from MS or anything like that. I had a very painful conversation with a couple. And these were people who I very rarely see, probably hours at best of FaceTime on any given year. And but they know a lot of details about me. They know facts, lots of facts. I've known these people for a very long time, and they gather all of these facts over a long period of time, and not getting a chance to really get to know me, not even through, say, my video vlog where I'm actually sharing me from my perspective. It's more background gossip kind of thing. They build up their own conclusions about me, and they reach conclusions about who I am and what kind of person I am. So, in those rare moments, those few hours in a year that I get to see them, I just want to have a good time and be a person being a friend, But the only thing they know how to do is to be the quote-unquote Christian, loving, caring person, which in their minds really means the critic of the person that I am. And this really boils down to passing judgment not on any particular trait of me, but at the fundamental core of who I am. What you do in life, the lifestyle that you live, the habits that you maintain, in many ways reflect upon who you are. But who you are is also your personality traits and the little things that make up a person, that what they would say in a situation, how they would respond to a situation, that sort of thing. So just the facts of me sitting at the computer for a long time during the day, because I have a career track in software, and I happen to watch TV on the computer, and I happen to play games on the computer. Some people would take those facts and see me as just a total computer slob. And, I think that I've been seeking some balance, and part of the reason why I'm doing this vlog is to document my efforts in trying to, let's take one step at a time, lose weight, clean up my home, and try to get out of the house. But in these people's perspective, I will always be that loser, basically. Until I get professional help, I will always be this loser. So yeah, I ran into them again not too long ago, and I had forgotten that they were like this, I guess, and they have this need to judge people when they don't even know those people. They just know about those people. They know the facts, lots and lots of facts. So I just haven't been able to sleep. I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep last night, and this was a couple of days ago, really. I'm having very hard time just putting my mind at rest. And this is actually horrible timing because, I've got a job interview tomorrow. I had to do some contract work today, and that contract work really was supposed to have been done a couple days ago, but not even yesterday. I couldn't even think about doing anything yesterday. I was just so messed up in my depression. A man should not be crying, over simple things. But I just have to say, guys, gossip and being critical, there is an evil sin in talking about someone behind their back and reaching conclusions about someone without even getting to know them. The man, this couple, I hadn't even shook his hand yet, and he was giving me advice. And I hadn't met him before. I knew his name, but this was years ago. But he had heard the facts, but he didn't know me, and it was very hurtful because it eliminated the opportunity to even get to know him. Yeah, I couldn't represent myself. I couldn't defend myself because he'd reached his conclusions. So I have to say, if you are a gossiper, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how close to the person that you're gossiping about you are. You are a destructive person when you gossip. Sharing facts about what somebody's been up to. Everybody does that to an extent. A fact is, I'm on vacation. A fact is, or I was on vacation and I needed it. A fact is, I'm living here in Scottsdale. That's fine. But sharing facts about the personality traits and bundling in your own opinions about that, as the facts get into intimate details and they carry on over years, it's best to just say, you know what, I'm not going to share anymore. You need to get to know that person. Here's something that I'm guilty of, and I'm saying this as much for me to think about as much as for anybody else out there to hear, because I need to hear this about myself, is if somebody starts talking about somebody else, and it doesn't matter how close they are, father, brother, it really doesn't matter. If they're talking negatively, like this person deeply hurt me, that sort of thing, be very, very careful that this needs to be something that needs to be said once, and if it's ever said again, you need to say, zip it. Just zip it. This is not something that we should be dwelling on. We don't want to build up our relationships with other people based on the negative experiences that we've had in our lives. Someone I came across a couple years ago. He's not a Christian. He doesn't have the Christian background, but I shared with him some of my frustrations with some similar friends, and I said basically, I struggle with bad experiences, and these bad experiences haunt me. I wake up every morning thinking about these memories and of mistakes that I've made, and he told me something that it was exactly what I needed to hear. He said, very simply, create new memories. Throw those memories away. Create new memories. And I just think about that all the time, because whatever state that you're in, no matter what your history is, no matter who you are, your future, it does not have to depend on your past. Your future does not have to be directly associated with who you've been in the past. You can make a change in your life right now. And there's no reason to believe that patterns that you may have portrayed, even in recent past, can't be eliminated by willfully making the choice to make changes in your life. And if somebody who's close to you refuses to believe that you can make changes, it's probably best to disassociate with those people until you've made those changes, because you don't want them to be slowing you down. It's not that you want to burn your bridges, but you don't want them to hold you back emotionally from making the changes in your life that you need to make. And in this case, these are people who genuinely believe that I am who I am at my core, and I'm going to be this way for the rest of my life until I get professional help. And these are the people who perceive me on the basis of facts and not really knowing me. I mean, they really don't know me. Like I said, hours in any given year. But it genuinely hurts. I mean, like I said, it is physiological pain. I hurt all down my neck, and it's almost like deep inside my skull there are muscles that are just cramping up, but all the way down my neck and my back and my legs. But it's this deep physiological depression, and it completely eliminates my ability to sleep. And I can't express enough how hurtful gossip and critical thinking about other people can be. It tears people's relationships apart. When you come across someone, especially if it's a rare opportunity to actually be with that person, if it's someone who is supposed to be close to you, like a family member or something like that, the only thing that you should be doing is to try to look for the successes and the positive aspects of that other person. And until you really get to know that person, not the facts, but relational, rapport, really get to know that person at an intimate level, one-on-one, FaceTime. That's the only time that it's appropriate to develop loving, critical thoughts about that person. And never ever use your knowledge of the facts about a person as an excuse to be critical about somebody else, especially in, say, something like a family circle. It's completely inappropriate, because you will throw away the opportunity to develop rapport with that person. Completely throw it away. And not only that, but you will destroy the relationship that person has to whoever is giving you those facts that are being provided to you. So I want to say again, guys, be careful about your relationships with other people. And when you hear facts about other people, learn how to either say, shush, I don't want to hear it, or to take it with a grain of salt and say, I don't know that person very well, these are just facts, and I'm not going to reach any conclusions about that person. Now, if you come across someone who's like that, those are incredibly destructive people. They rip the core out of you. And there are times when it's good to burn a bridge, and I'm not talking about participating in the destruction. All I'm saying is, when there's destruction going on in a physical building, there are security people who say you need to get out and you need to stay out until you've shown that you no longer have this criminal history. And in the same way, these are people that you need to cut off from your life until they can show that they've themselves have grown. And that's the most painful part of the whole process of dealing with people like this. They put me in a position where I have to say, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you anymore. I can't be with you anymore because you judge me when you don't even know me. And nobody wants to be in that position. It's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to the person doing the judgment. But they do that to themselves. People need to be careful. You know, I have to move on with my life, and I can't be held back by people who are judgmental towards me. I have to move forward. And I'm going to keep moving forward. And that includes this vlog. I will continue vlogging, and I will probably be even more transparent about these things. But it's not as important to me as me getting my life together. So, or friends, or close, or whatever, you know. That stuff is important, but it's not as important as me taking ownership of who I am and who I want to be. And that's all that matters to me right now. All of us are human, and I'm very happy to say that, you know, I don't do drugs, I don't do alcohol, I probably have one Bud Light a year. I don't smoke, I don't break the law, I pay my taxes, I don't go from one throwaway romantic relationship to another. There are definitely personality issues that, you know, that will always need adjustment, but every single human being on the planet has little personality traits that are a little bit weird. I have nothing to be ashamed of, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of in terms of the overall person that I am relative to everyone else. Everybody's got issues. And I see no reason to believe that I'm, you know, I should be ashamed of who I am at my core. I consider myself a very innocent person, and these people who are close, who really don't know me, perceive me as quite the opposite, but they don't know me. And, you know, my issues are very simple. I lose weight, I had a dirty home, a messy home, clean it up, you know, I need to get out and breathe some fresh air. These are really simple problems, guys. As simple as they are, to me, they're adjustments that are important to me. They held me back from getting out and enjoying life. And there are other things. For the most part, I am very happy to say that I'm a very complete person. I have very few problems as a person. And I can't say the same thing about some other people, including those people who are so critical. But I don't say anything about them, honestly. If I did say anything about them, I'd have a huge laundry list of things to say. But I don't open my mouth about that stuff. So, let's just leave it at that. Zip it, guys. Just zip it.